there, my name is Jerome Leroy Hansen, also known as LeDev, and I'm here to provide an interesting deck tech video, which I like to call Build a Deck Around One Card. And the card I decided to build around is Fraying Omnipotence, a 5-mana sorcery spell. Each player loses half their life, then discards half the cards in their hands, then sacrifices half the creatures they control, round up each time. So, this was a really hard one to brew around because with pots like effects, including ones that affect yourself, it can be very detrimental. Especially when you have to kill your own creatures, you lose your life, you discard cards. So what I decided to do is, with the factor that since I have to quote-unquote sacrifice my own creatures, I decided to brew the deck around that where if my creatures die, it doesn't really matter that much. So off, I decided to put in Doomed Dissenter in here, cards like Deathbloom Valid, and Treasure Keeper, and Filigree Familiar, aka creatures when they die, they still provide me a good benefit and such. Also, I decided to put in Izrith the Rakener in here just as a test card, because I figured it would be nice to try it out and then just, bring back stuff that might be beneficial. One catch, though, is it is kind of a nombo, since technically, instead of it going into the graveyard, it will exile. But I figured just to keep a board presence, so I need more sack targets for Fraying Omnipotence. It's fine. Also, I decided to put in there removal to help me survive, such as Fatal Push, Seal Away, Cast Down, Doomfall for select hand removal, Cast Out, Vraska's Contempt, and then a Fumigate board wipe just to be safe. I might replace these though with, or at least do it as a 1 Fumigate, 1 Cleansing Nova, but I'm still debating on that. Other than that, I also decided to put Karn, Sign of Urza in here for card draw engine. And what else is in here? Oh, and 1 Archer for Vraska as a land for more card draw. I believe this deck can be refined a little bit more, but I do like what I got so far, so I'll show you a few gameplay videos of the deck. Let us get started with some poxing, shall we? Okay, wait for the load. Loading, 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 loading. Load, 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 load. There we go. Now we play. There we go. Glorious Red. So, I don't know. I'm just going to have a hunch we're going against a burn deck. This hand's not great against a burn deck. We could Psycho and hopefully draw into black, but I'm not going to take the risk. Especially if this guy is totally telegraphing that he might be a burn player. I mean, Sarkhan, Glorious Red. Oi. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep this. And fine. And we'll say hello. So we play our spawn. We pass the turn, and does he play a mountain? Okay, he's not. Oh. Wait, what? I guess the old phrase, don't judge a book by its cover. Here we go. Oh, Dino deck. Gotcha. At least I think it's a Dino deck. It's a Dino deck. Okay, so we're going to get some ballots out. Lightning strikes. I appreciate the little sapling now. He's probably going to attack with his Brontodon. Makes sense. No blocks. Okay, perfect. So what we're going to do here is play our little Treasure Keeper friend. And if he decides to Brontodon it, we don't mind because we have valuable free cost creatures we don't mind getting. We're not going to attack. Does he? Nope, he doesn't Brontodon just yet. That's just fine. We don't mind that. Thank you. Treasure Keeper is such a good card at times. Okay. So, we got a choice. If we get a land, we could probably Fraying Omnipotence. Sure. Of course we have that. So we have enough mana to... But that does make us cost this card. Sure, let's make it top deck wars. Phew, I am so grateful I made him discard that. Okay, now it's just kind of slow game as we try to each build our deck up. We'll play that land, we'll pass the turn. Whew. Okay. And that's kind of the benefit of Fraying Omnipotence, is that sometimes you can make somebody's game plan kind of go a little off. Oh, there's Char. As I was saying, you kind of make people's game plan go a little bit out of whack kind of scenario.
Oh, today's my lucky day.
How do I do this? I think I just... Oh, no, not that. You kind of make people's game plan go off a little bit wrong because they don't know what to do. I do have to draw into my Vraska's Contempt to deal with the genre, and yes, you are going to exile that. Thank you very kindly. Thank you very kindly. And I think we're... Ah!
Yup, you're going down.
Well, burn decks are usually the weakness to this deck, which I think is the reason why Fraying Omnipotence is not a great card in the current meta. It's a fun card, I'll say that. It is kind of interesting to see how detrimental you can do to your opponent, but it's tricky to go around. You know what? I got an idea. We're gonna go do something real quick. Technically, the way to try to counter against life loss is life gain, if I recall correctly. So what I'm going to do is make this each as a 2 of... We'll keep this still as that. We're going to put in a Johnny's Welcome. Maybe a 40 at the councils to make it slow. That's a fart. That is a fart. I still like Cast Out. I still like Treasure Keeper. Maybe we don't need a 4 of this card. There we go. So then we have 14, 22. Okay, we gotta make 2 cuts. 14, 22, 30, 45. So 1 more cut. Maybe we can try 2 fatal pushes. We'll try it. Okay, round 2 with a slightly adjusted version of the deck, to hopefully help us against the more burn-centric decks in the meta. Okay. I mean, this hand would be great if we had a swamp. Should I presume statistically we're likely to draw into it? We'll try it. Because, worst case scenario, we can at least play this on turn 4 if we only draw, like, planes and such. I hope that's not the case, but, hey. Don't do this to me, deck. So, blue, black. Oh, really? Forsaken Sanctuary, or Isolated Chapel, that's what I was thinking. There we go, thank you. So we'll play this. It'll probably get Essence scattered. No, it doesn't. Does it get removed? Statistically possible. So if this is a control deck, it will be interesting to actually experiment Fraying Omnipotence. Of course, not spell. Okay, so... Yep, everybody's playing the Doomfall. If you're playing control, what does he take out, though, is the valuable question. He took out the... What did he take out? Okay, Treasure Keeper. So, I think he realizes my quote-unquote game plan with Fraying Omnipotence. So, now we just... At least we have enough mana for Frasco's Content, but he does know we have it in hand, so he's going to be very, 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 very cautious when playing. Okay, seriously, Johnson's getting a little anxious. He doesn't know that we don't have a... He does not know that we have a cast out in hand. Yeah. Do it now. We discard free cards, which in this case would be that, and I think the Doom Center, since he knows we have it. And now he has to discard free cards from his hand, which is the main benefit of this. Yeah, I am grateful I made him discard. Okay. We're gonna cycle this for more card draw. And then... Sure. If he has the Essence Scatter, he has the Essence Scatter. It doesn't look like he has the Essence Scatter. Okay, we're gonna play our creatures. There we go. This is still an interesting design for a deck, I will say that. Okay, so he now has drawn his hand again, so he might quote-unquote have options, unless all of these are above free mana. And even then, the problem is he can't hold up the counter magic, so... Under very rare circumstances, I lose this game. Still, that was a really good Fraying Omnipotence. I mean, making him take out his Hostage Taker, Symbiote, and Bells of the Lock. That's good. Okay, what you got, opponent? What you got? Turns out with Fraying Omnipotence, a brain rot slash a big burn spell slash a big board wipe in some circumstances is not bad. Though you do definitely have to build your deck around it. Because if I was going to get some burn deck, it would just be burn spell, burn spell, burn spell, burn spell. I'm probably dead, as we saw in the previous game. Though it's still a fascinating card to toy around. It's kind of one of those... It's unassuming at first. Potses are strong in Magic, but you really gotta build your deck around them. Because if you don't, they screw you a majority of the time. And I still think this card, in my general opinion, is really hard to play in the current meta, since Burn is such a popular deck archetype, and this loses to Burn, I would say about 75 to 95% of the time. You could, in theory, try to make a more life gain-oriented variation of this deck, maybe like with vampires and such, and maybe it would work. But I am still wondering if that's the case. I'm wondering if this guy just F4 on us, or he is really in deep thought mode. Or chances are he probably just went to get a drink. Let's see. What you got? What did we have in our graveyard at the moment, just in case we have to bring it back with blah, blah, blah. Is the lift. We only got a 1. Okay, and he conceded. So yeah, first one with the deck on stream. Well, not on stream, on video, but yeah, you get my shtick. Okay, so we go through loading again. We get some gold. We'll play one more game and we'll probably call it quits with like maybe opening a pack of Core 19. Going against somebody digital paper. Oh. Somebody who prefers playing digital over paper. I get you. This is not a great hand, but I kind of want to experiment it, experimenting the Authority of Council and Johnny's Welcome Key. So we're going to give it a shot. Obviously, we start out with Authority of the Council, especially if he's an aggro deck, so we're going to do that. Doesn't look like aggro just yet. And he's going a little slow, so I think it's safe to put out the Johnny's Welcome as well. So it looks like just a mono green deck. Okay. I think I'm just gonna Fatal Push that. I would be surprised if he wanted the Blossoming Defense that. Yep, Steal Leaf. Hit interest in tap. We're just going to say no because that card is annoying. We could play Islip now, but we have a Vraska's Contingent in hand, so we're just going to wait to see what he plays. And Larios. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we'll do this by playing 2 Authority of the Councils, and then we'll play this. We'll gain our life. So if we get one more land, we can hopefully draw into a Fraying Omnipotence. That's probably the one con to this deck. I probably need to put a better draw engine into the deck. Oh! Okay, he's getting some lands. Uh-oh. Okay, so he's a ramp deck for sure. Yep, I'm gonna gain my life. Thank you very kindly. Well, take out this mana dork. And we don't have any creatures, but I do think we just go in for the attack. Try to damage him a bit. Decline the action since we don't have any creatures in our graveyard. Israel is still an interesting card. So it's a kicker deck from what it looks like. Okay, I see what you're doing. That's not bad. I will gain my life though. Question is though, should I presume he's playing Galta? Because I might just want to save my card for Galta. And I think I'm going to do just that. I think I'm going to just save Israel at the moment because Death Touch. And not go into the aggressive just yet. Presume. So yeah, we're going to gain some more life. A Johnny's Welcome with Filgard Familiar is kind of hilarious. Gain free life now. Okay, so no attacks. We'll see what he's playing. Okay, do you play the Giant Galta? No, you're just going to go into the attack. Oh, he now realizes the Death Touch. So he's thinking about it. He's like, sure. And we will block the Death Touch. Because he doesn't know we have a Vraska's Contempt in hand, so... Does he kick into another spell? Oh, hey, yeah, we are going to Vraska's Contempt that. It's not Gota, but this could be a notches really, really quick. So, yeah. Mr. Matani Elemental okay, never mind. I'm not even going to try to make that song pun. Still, Adi. I forgot Blossom Defense is a card. Crap. Now we are in trouble. Okay. We'll block with that, obviously. I mean, the good news is we have a lot of life, so we can probably endure a few hits, but we're really hoping for a card that's not a plains or a swamp. We don't need lands. Oh boy, this could be bad. Okay. Am I gonna die by being land flooded? I'll tell you the truth. If they ever make a magic card where it's like, spend 5 or 6 mana, take all the lands out of your deck or exile them and such, I think there's some opponents that will just do that if they especially have a low enough mana curve. That way they can actually not worry about having to draw lands constantly, and that's game. Wait. Wish we could have gone on a better, higher note, but hey, it happens. Okay, at least we got one win out of the deck. So, as promised, we'll just open a quick pack. What a sword. Pack. We'll do core 19. And we'll see what we got. So, we got Lightning Strike, Murder. Yeah, I should put Murder in the deck. And we get, hey, Dragon Sword. That's actually great for my dragon deck. Anyway, thank you for your guys' time watching this gameplay of Fraying Omnipotence deck tech, aka Potts deck. So, I hope you all have a lovely day, and see you later. Bye-doo!